It's time for some insight from Charles Sampson of Charter One North Realty. We are coming to you today from the beautiful Fish Hall Creek Park on the north end of the island. What a great location, and one of many parks that's offered here on Hilton Head Island.
It really is. I mean, the town of Hilton Head has done a great job in building parks. I mean, you know, we're only 30-something years old, and all the parks we have this one, we have the crossings where the baseball teams are, we have Compass Rose where Charles Frazier and the alligator statue is, and Jarvis Creek and Chaplin Park where the soccer fields are. I mean, they've done a great job, and this not only is the site of the marsh, but it's also the site of Mitchellville. But the marsh is very, very important, the South Carolina Low Country Marsh, because that's where everything in the ecosystem starts. And this marsh is important because you can see the dunes on the beach, you can see the saltwater creek, you can see this maritime forest. I mean, it really gives a lot of stuff for people to come down and experience and learn about the marsh. And
great walking paths, a little picnic area. And again, we were talking about Mitchellville. So let's talk a little bit more about this great little Mitchellville display that they have here and what it all represents.
Well, you know, I keep saying this Hilton Head is more than just golf and tennis. And the biking is great, the arts are great, but the history is spectacular. And there's a lot of firsts that Hilton Head had, and Mitchellville is one of them. People came and saw what was done in Mitchellville, and they went around the country and did it again. But in the Civil War, when the Union troops invaded Hilton Head and took it over, all the plantation owners left. Well, then the slaves were left here. So there were about 1,500, and this General Ormsby Mitchell realized that they needed a place for the freed blacks to live. They had their own laws, they had their own government, and in South Carolina they had the first compulsory school system. So there was a lot of stuff here. That was 1862. You know, this was the first freedmen's village anywhere in the United States.
That's great history, and it's all right here in your backyard, in our backyard, and you want to make it yours, I bet. And the way you do that is to maybe buy a little bit of Hilton Head Island.
Well, we probably ought to talk, since this is Insight, we probably ought to talk about real estate a little bit.
Let's talk about the market. We're in the third quarter, and things are, you know, how have the first 6 months been of this year?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good thing to look at, is what is the first 6 months done? We're actually about 6% behind where we were last year. So that's the bad news. The good news is inventory is about 1% higher than what it has been, so that's good. So there's a little bit more selection. The median price and the average price are both up about 2–2.5%.
That's very good.
So that's good. You know, sellers, advice, we always like to try to be a trusted advisor, so advice, you know, if you want to think about go to the market, come to the market now. Inventory is still down, so you don't have as much competition. Also, the tapering that the government has done has not really affected bank rates as much as we thought it would. So bank rates are still 4%, which is historically low.
Right.
And so buyers are buying. For buyers, you know, doing this for 30 years, one of the questions or one of the things people have told me is, Charles, you know, we're 3 to 5 years away from moving here, 1 to 5 years away from moving here, either retirement or whatever the deal may be. So we've worked out pretty well where rentals, long-term rentals, are non-existent. Rental companies are writing us now and saying, we don't have any inventory.
We need inventory, yeah.
So buy now, put it in long-term rental, and let somebody help you pay for it until you get ready to move here. What you'll do is you'll stay with the market, whatever it does. A recent banker just sent a thing, and he had 5 reasons to do it. One reason was it's a good investment, it's a good time to buy. Another was the portfolio, diversify it, which we don't talk about investments. But it's a good way to go ahead and get into the market now and plan for the future, plan for your retirement if that's what it's going to be.
Right. And come here and enjoy the parks and all of the activities, the entertainment, the lifestyle that is here waiting for you at Hilton Head.
And you also can enjoy some more vegetables from Seabrook Farm,
That's
which Debbie will get in just a minute. Maybe we'll get a shot of what she gets.
Thank you for that. Again, that just is a little, you know.
One last thing is if you like the marsh, the Charles Sampson Real Estate Group has some listings, and hopefully you're seeing them now. The house, that's your backyard, and it's Elliott Creek. The lot there is on Wild Turkey, and it views north all the way to the Port Royal Sound. So come by and enjoy.
And some great opportunities here, again, on Hilton Head and in Bluffton as well. Come see Charles Sampson. Visit him online at charlessampson.com, or better yet, give him a call and get some of his insight for your lifestyle and your next lifestyle choice here on Hilton Head. Thanks for tuning in to this edition of Insight. I'm Debbie Court. We'll see you next time.
Thanks.